Greetings, once again. I am Mr. Grimmer 512, and you guys are probably asking, Grim, where have you been? I've been gone for a while, so welcome to my channel. If you don't know this, if you don't know who I have on the phone with me, I have Dark Knight 987. You have seen him on the channel. For those of you who have seen him on the channel, y'all guys know who he is. But for the new people, well, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
One of the movies that I saw when I was out of action, as it were, was Greyhound, and I figured, you know what? I haven't done anything about Tom Hanks in a while. I haven't done a lot of movies, a lot of reviews for a while. So I figured might as well start with a Tom Hanks week. So, by the way, welcome to Tom Hanks week. By the way, tonight we're gonna talk about 4 Tom Hanks films tonight. One of them is the recent one. It is a film called Greyhound. Now, this movie was directed by Aaron Schneider. This film was, the screenplay was written by Tom Hanks himself. Tom Hanks stars in the movie as well, along with Stephen Graham, Rob Morgan, and Elizabeth Shue. And yeah, we're gonna give you our thoughts on Greyhound. Dark Knight 987 has not seen the movie yet, but I figured I'm gonna just go ahead and go through the plot. So there's gonna be spoilers in this review. So I just have to say that if you guys have not seen the film, it is a really, really, really good movie. There is some hiccups that I saw when I saw it, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that another day. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that like after we do the when we discuss like how we feel about the movie and stuff like that. So so right now, usually when I do a Reaper movie review, I don't usually, whenever Night doesn't see a movie, doesn't see a new movie that came out, usually I don't put in spoilers. But for now, I'm going to just I'm just gonna try to explain to him exactly what's going on in the movie, so that way, if he does decide to watch it, he'll know what to expect. But you know, so this is really actually my review for it. He's just here. He's just coming along for the ride. So yeah. So let's talk about this movie, shall we? If you guys have not seen it, remember I told you guys already, click off this video, go watch it on Apple. I think it's Apple Plus or Apple TV, I think. Or you can find it like on a website or something like that. You can find it on F Movies or whatever. And watch it there. And you'll see, so okay, so here goes. During the Battle of the Atlantic, convoy HX-25, consisting of 37 Allied ships, is making its way to Liverpool. The convoy escort consists of the Fletcher-class destroyer USS Keeling, radio call sign Greyhound, the British tribal destroyer HMS James, call sign Harry, the Polish Grom-class destroyer ORP Victor, with a Royal Navy liaison officer on the radio, call sign Eagle, and the Canadian Flower class corvette HMCS Dodge, call sign Dickie. The escorts under the command of Ernest Krause of the United States Navy aboard Greyhound. Despite his seniority, it is his first wartime command, which is kind of fucked up.
Yeah, really.
That they're gonna push this dude into this whole situation.
Yeah, really. All right, go.
Okay. The convoy enters the Black Pit, the mid-Atlantic gap, where they will be out of range of protective air cover. While they are still 3 days away from resumption of air cover, high-frequency direction finding Huff Duff from the convoy flagships reports to Greyhound that it has intercepted German transmissions that are likely from a U-boat. Greyhound's crew identifies the surface U-boat heading towards the convoy. Greyhound moves away from the convoy to intercept it based on its bearing and gets the U-boat within firing range. But the heavy seas allow the U-boat to dive before Greyhound can get a visual. After sonar contact is reestablished, Krause maneuvers Greyhound above the U-boat and fires a full pattern of depth charges, succeeding in his first kill. The crew's jubilation is cut short as they soon receive reports of distress rockets at the rear of the convoy. A Greek merchant ship was attacked and is sinking. Krause moves Greyhound to assist, evading torpedoes fired by another U-boat in the process. After the rescue, Greyhound returns to the convoy, receiving multiple messages from the other escorts. A wolf pack is staying just out of firing range of the convoy, waiting for nightfall in order to attack. Before I go any further, a wolf pack in this situation is basically 5 Nazi U-boats coming at you all at once. So think about that for a second.
I get it.
As night falls, the attack commences with 5 merchant ships being torpedoed and sunk. See, I told you. 1 U-boat torpedoes an oil tanker and escapes Greyhound by using an underwater decoy to waste depth charges. Krause chooses to rescue survivors from the burning oil tanker, even though he knows there's action at the rear of the convoy. The next day, the U-boats mount an attack on Greyhound. A U-boat captain taunts the convoy and its escort via radio transmission, calling himself Grey Wolf and threatening to sink them all. Nazi bastard. Anyway, Krause discovers that Greyhound is down to 6 depth charges. The U-boat launch multiple torpedo runs, which Greyhound is barely able to evade. Meanwhile, both Dickie and Eagle take on damage, with Eagle eventually sinking. Greyhound and Dickie combine to sink one of the U-boats in an exchange. Shit. Where am I? Where am I?
Nice and hot. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. An exchange of service broadsides. Greyhound is hit on the port side by one of the U-boat's deck guns, while kills Krause's mess lieutenant George Cleveland. Krause elects to break radio silence by transmitting a single word, "help," to the Admiralty. I can't say that word, sorry. On the last day in the Black Pit, the remaining U-boats mount an all-out attack. One of the torpedoes glances off the side of the Greyhound as the destroyer barely manages to evade the other. After heavy fighting, Greyhound manages to sink the lead U-boat, To everyone's relief, they spot air support deployed from British RAF Coastal Command with spotting assistance from Greyhound. A PBY Catalina bomber lines up the last surviving U-boat with depth charges, sinking it instantly. While assessing damage, Krause receives radio contact from the head of the relief escorts, HMS Diamond, that his relief has arrived and Greyhound is due for repair and refitting in Derry, alongside his 2 companion vessels. The crew receives a job well done on their 4 U-boat kills. While setting the new course, the crew of the convoy ships cheer and send up flares to salute Greyhound's crew of their valor and victory at sea while Krause finally rests. Thus ending... finally, thus ending this long-ass movie. This movie, Greyhound. So, here's what my thoughts are about Greyhound. There's a lot of action in it. There's a lot of suspense in it. The problem that I have, there's a couple problems that I have with Greyhound. They don't give you enough time to know these characters, to know who they really are, to know who they are. This poor guy, Tom Hanks' character, is thrown into a situation that he has no idea what the hell to do. He is thrown into a situation that is just not good at all. You know what I mean? Basically, he has to deal with these Nazi U-boats and stuff like that. He has to deal with the situation, and you know what I mean. And if it was my first day on the job, if I was a commanding officer, and if it was my first day on the job, I'd be shitting my pants the whole fucking time. But I'm gonna give Knight a chance to talk about it. What do you think, man?
Well, I have to watch to get the concept of it, but I mean, I do what we were saying earlier. I want to talk about like being there the whole first time, Commander, watching over these boats, watching over what's going on at sea. You know, yeah. I mean, it is a needed job for the first time, but this movie was interesting. You know, and I've been a Tom Hanks fan for a long time. Since the movies, you know, I've watched the movie that we're going to talk about later. You know, Forrest Gump, Apollo 13, you know, Leave It Alone, all those people. But as a Tom Hanks fan, I have to see this. You know, I have to see how this movie is everything. And I have to see for myself. But I know you guys are like, well, why you were doing this review if you haven't seen it? Well, you know, I mean, this even he's helping me get just the need to know, you know. But like I said, I personally would love to see this movie myself and just to see how it all unfolds myself. But yeah, this could be a good movie.
Yeah. So the last thing that happens, another problem that I had was the ending. The ending of the movie is as I read to you guys the plot, he goes into his they're trying to, like, during the whole time he's trying to the guy that one of the George Cleveland, one of the deckhands on the ship is like, dude, you need to eat something. You haven't eaten anything in days and stuff like that. And
yeah.
And then the whole time too, while he's well, if you notice, the bottom of his feet are bleeding. Because you can see blood. You can literally see blood on the with his footprints. Because there is a part that he tells one of the crew to go get him his slippers from his barracks.
Yeah.
And all you see is a trail of blood. It's footprints of blood.
Oh God. That's crazy.
And he hasn't eaten at all. Every time they try to feed him, every time they try to get him something to eat, it's always something else. It's always a barrage of these U-boats coming to try to take them down. And then also Grey Wolf. You can't see this guy. You can't see this dude. Who the fuck he is? He's a Nazi asshole that's getting into his head. That's getting into Tom Hanks's head. He's trying to get in his head. And during the whole situation, all hell breaks loose. Like, all hell breaks loose during the whole movie. And what I did not like about the ending was, I think the ending was bittersweet, because he finally says, "Hey, I've had enough." At the end of the movie, he finally says, "Hey, I've had enough. I'm gonna go to my barracks. If you need me, I'll be in my barracks, trying to rest, trying to sleep."
Yeah, I mean, really, that's what we would do in the first place. But this guy, don't tell him, is trying to lead a convoy of whatever's going on. You know what I'm saying? And oh my God, I can imagine. I can even see that scene of his feet, the footprints of blood. I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah. So,
and I feel bad I felt bad for Tom Hanks's character there the whole time. Oh my God, dude! Like, I wish you could watch. I wish you watched this movie, because every second of every day, something else is thrown at this dude. Like, these Nazi U-boats won't stop fucking with him. They go after the other ships that are helping them out. You know what I mean?
oh my gosh.
And this dude gets he's I commend Tom Hanks's character for what he did, but goddamn, some of the time you gotta lay down. Some of the time you have to lay down. Some of the time you have to rest yourself. You have to rest your mind. You have to rest your body, because you could see the blackness under his eyes. You can see the blackness under his eyes. This dude has not slept one time. One time. At all. He has not slept one time. He's up fighting these Nazi bastards. And all hell's breaking loose during the movie. But I thought the ending was bittersweet. I kind of wish that they could have done a little bit more better with the ending. But I think if I were to give this movie anything, hold on, you guys. Try to fix some shit here. Yeah, if I were to give this movie anything, I would give it maybe. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10, because I thought that this movie did pretty well for what it was supposed to do. But
Yeah.
it did not give the problem with the movie is that it did not give the characters time to it does not give you time to know the crew. It does not give you time to know what is going on and stuff like that.
Right.
It just goes right into the action. It's non-stop. This dude
Wow.
this dude is willing to sacrifice his own health to kill off these Nazi U-boats and stuff like that. And yeah, I feel bad for him and stuff like that. But what do you think, man? Would you watch Greyhound?
I would. I want to give it a chance. You know, after what's been saying, you know, I have to see all the people talking about. I have to see it. And then maybe later on we'll come back and do a complete spoiler version, a complete with me saying my side of it. I mean, I could agree on that rating, you know, 8.5, but I would watch. Yes, I got to see this myself. I'll find ways to watch it, and I'll get back with it. You know, and again, I apologize to people out there, but it has, you know, as you know, it has been crazy lately. So, but I will get what I have to do and do what I got to do. So, anyway, but yeah, I would watch it. I'm definitely gonna try to watch it and see for myself. You know, all the hell of it happens. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, if you guys have not seen it, it is pretty good. It's a pretty good movie. Give it a watch. And tell me in the comment section what y'all guys think of Greyhound and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, I thought the ending was bittersweet. I think that they could have given it more character. I wish the characters were more. We knew the crew. We were able to get to know the crew and stuff like that, because you don't know who these people are. You know what I mean? Like
Right. Yeah, maybe like a background.
and they just poor Tom Hanks, man. He gets thrown into a situation that he can't just this dude gets thrown into a situation that there's no avoiding it. There's no way in hell that you're thinking to yourself while watching the movie that he is, you know, how can I put it? Let me see. They throw him into this situation on the first day. He has to fight U-boats on the first day, and it's 100 and some odd days, no sleep, no eating, nothing. This dude is up, walking around that ship, looking for these bastards.
The whole time. That's the whole point. I have feeling.
And finally he gets the rest. Finally he gets to lay down and rest. Finally he gets to have something to eat. Finally, after 100 some odd days at sea, this dude is just. I felt bad for Tom Hanks during the whole movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, coming up next, we're going to talk about another movie that another situation that Tom Hanks gets thrown into. Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. The next review that we talk about. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I'm Mr. Greyhound 2 with Dark 997. Please watch this movie. You'll like it. It's kind of a mixed bag. Either you'll like it or you'll probably don't. But let us know in the comment section if you have seen the movie. Let us know in the comment section what you thought of Greyhound, and stuff like that. That's gonna be it for me. I'm Mr. Greyhound 2 with Dark 997, and we will see you all in the afterlife. Peace.